By the way, I just thought of doing this podcast because this has been my biggest desire. Not because I wanted to shine, not because I wanted to do what Gary Vee is doing, nope. But I've always wanted to create a platform where I have a voice. When I was a kid, I didn't have no voice. None whatsoever. But guess now, 36 years later, in most family gatherings, it's like I don't even exist. And you know why? Because I've given myself that permission to be non-existent. You know how painful that is? Especially when it comes to family gatherings. Like it where you feel like you're the person who's got smart conversations, but you can't contribute to them because you are stuck in that zone. And the zone I'm referring to is the zone where you stuck inside your head. I've been there. Trust me. I'm not saying do not embrace yourself, especially when you're an introvert. I'm not saying that. But there are moments in life where those moments, they needed your attention. They needed you to be there, to voice out. But yet you couldn't voice those things out, and so you are stuck with something that could have made those moments become more memorable. And those are the things I'm stuck with. I feel like I could have spoken more. I feel like I could have started my business way beforehand. Right? But here's the thing. I remember when I was in high school, right? Hey, here's the funny thing. In high school, I was alone. In high school, as much as I was with friends, but I was pretty much alone. I was alone in high school because I wanted to be in conversations where these conversations were very important. And these are the types of conversations that could have elevated me to the next level of my life. You know? Here's the thing about me that people don't know. I'm so much of an intellectual being that it scares me. What I mean by that is, there are things in business that are so simple and logical to get. But the way people have intellectualized the whole concept of being in business, it just made me go like, but even though I have to do an MBA, what is the point? Because a person who has been an MBA student versus someone who started a business on the street, I bet you the person who started the business on the street, sooner or later, that person is going to beat the one who's got an MBA. Though, because here's why. I'll tell you now for free. The reason is this. When you start a business, you're alone. So there are no MBA concepts you can pick up from. You are alone. You have to build this business on your own. Even when you go to the market, you are hustling on your own. That's why I don't understand when people start saying, no man, this entrepreneurship should be taught in schools. Oh well, by the way, it is now, but I still don't get it, because there are things in life that you don't teach, like going to a client and securing a deal. Those things, unfortunately, they're not going to teach you. Managing your resources, including money. Something they can teach you, but they're not going to teach you how to balance sheets, how to read income statements, how to read profit and losses. How can you tell if your business is doing well on your balance sheet? They're not going to teach you those things. So I don't know what people are expecting, really. I suggest, if you want to get into business, study from other business people and get in and start. One thing a friend of mine who I miss now, and he recently passed on, he used to say this to me: Temba, you write a lot of things. You write a lot of things, but you don't implement. Dude, you need to let go. Let go, Baba, of just writing things and not implement. Write things and implement, Chief. That lesson has stuck with me. And that is one thing I want to say to everybody that wants to start their businesses. Don't just study MBA and that'll be it. No. Baba, if you want to go towards that route, study the MBA and actually start a business and run it. Because, I mean, it's quite pointless if, I don't know. You know, people, they South Africa, here's the thing, guys. We are a young country when it comes to entrepreneurship as opposed to other countries. That's one thing I can tell you. But what should actually stand out is the fact that this is the year 2020. This is the year a lot of businesses should be on the market. So you can't be that person as no, but Brati, I don't have resources. I didn't have resources either when I started my business. But I did it. It's just that at the time where my friend was advising me this, it was at a time where I just came back. I just lost a job at Damelin. And I was at the crossroad trying to figure out, should I go back to building Sounds Divine Studios, or should I just shut the whole thing? I used to write a lot of things because I was preparing a book. But you see, I ended up choosing the life that I knew, which was the life of actually building Sounds Divine Studios. And believe me, I used to be ridiculed a lot of times about that, which I'll share on the next episode. But, guys, it's important to start. Believe me, it's important to start. How you start, it does not matter, but what you do is to start. Yes, you're going to have challenges of not having money. Yes, you're going to have challenges whereby you're going to need funding. Yes, but if you know, it's not about what you know actually, but it's about how resourceful are you. Now, I'm not talking like this and thinking, or in this case, talking like this and assuming that my business is profitable. I'm still having the same challenges everybody else, but here's what I'm decided to do. I'm continuing this fight. Here's the thing. There's a point in your life when you start a business, you are starting something that is way bigger than you, Joe. Way bigger than you. And so your children, right? Your children would want to be in business with you because they've seen what you can do as a father. Remember, children learn more from what parents do, not what parents say. So, if your plan is to build a legacy in your business, I suggest you do it now. Start now. Start with zero budget. Luckily for me, I worked with a bigger client, whom I'm not going to say yet, because I'm trying to protect. But guess what? I started with the bigger client. Now some of you might be thinking, that's luck. No. I realized when I clinched that deal, I realized that, damn, this was my calling. By the way, if you want to know more about calling, the episode, I'll probably do it on the next one as well. But here's the thing I want you to do. Right now, right at this moment, start your business. Start it. Guys, we need to be on the market. We need to be on the market. Simple. And forget about race, Joe. Forget about race. Don't say, no, I'm starting an all-black owned business. No, start a business. Be in business because that's what you are good at. Don't be in business because you are black. And if you're planning to support black-owned businesses, do it with a pure heart. Don't do it because you want to keep record. One last thing. Be honest in your dealings. Don't try to cheat in your dealings, guys. Don't. Otherwise, your business is going to die before it reaches its a year old. Trust me. Don't cheat. Don't cheat your employees. Don't cheat your suppliers. Don't cheat, period. Do the right thing. And save yourself. That's it.